Well, with all the diets and weight loss programs to choose from, how do you know what's right for you? Well, Andy Rodigan is the Associate Medical Director at Medical Weight Loss Centers, and he says the key to making your choice in a program is asking the right questions. Welcome back, Andy. Great to have you.
Thank you, Desiree.
Listen, let's talk about this right here in the state of Connecticut. I mean, I think worldwide, everybody wants to get more fit. It's, you know, just after the New Year's, we're trying to get our bodies back in tune with itself. And you say in Connecticut, in the year 2018, 1/3 of the population will be obese and 40% will be overweight.
That's correct.
That's significant.
Obesity is at epidemic proportions. It is actually the #1 cause of preventable death in the country right now.
That is serious. And you're saying that one of the key things to think about when you're getting ready to start on your weight loss journey is asking the crucial questions.
Correct.
How do you go about doing that? What are some of the things that we need to know?
Well, first of all, your viewers need to know that obesity is a chronic medical illness caused by abnormal body chemistry. It's not a lack of willpower or a lack of exercise. It's a medical illness and needs to be treated by a medical specialist.
And when you say obese, we were talking earlier,
right.
There are thin people who may think that they are physically fit,
right,
that actually could be medically obese.
That's absolutely correct. Called normal weight, metabolically obese individuals who may have type 2 diabetes and don't know it. They have the metabolism of an obese individual. And obesity is a driver for high blood pressure, diabetes, sleep apnea, acid reflux. And you will lose years of life if you don't correct the problem.
And get it under control. Now let's talk about some of these questions. I mean, I know one of the first things you need to know is the person you're dealing with, are they specially trained in bariatric medicine? I know that you are.
Exactly.
Talk about why that's so important.
Well, think about it. If you had a heart problem, would you go see a podiatrist? No, you go to a cardiologist because he has a lot of years of training and he's passed medical boards in cardiology. Same with bariatric medicine. You know, this is from the American Society of Bariatric Physicians. You write a check for $450 and you can get one of these. And it might look good in your office, but you have to ask, are you board certified in bariatric medicine? In Connecticut, there are less than a handful of board certified physicians. And
so we are seeing a picture of that right now. So that's what you want to make sure that the person you're seeing has displayed openly there for you to look at.
Exactly. Before you show them any money, tell them to show you the money. You want to make sure they know what they're doing.
I like that. That is right. I love that. Okay, so let's talk about some of these questions. So I'm coming in, I feel like I'm obese, or I feel like I'm just not where I need to be. What are some of the things that I need to be asking you?
Well, you need to ask, first of all, you know, what kind of a program do you do? Do you follow me weekly? Do we do lab work? Do we do EKGs? Will you communicate with my primary care physician? How much weight can I expect to lose? What kind of a diet do you do? And you want to find out where you are. Are you overweight, obese, or morbidly obese? And most people underestimate their weight. And only 12% of physicians will even mention to you that you're obese.
So if someone feels like they're obese, what should they be asking themselves then, perhaps?
Well, they should be saying, first of all, am I healthy? Do I feel healthy? You know, do my joints ache? Do I get my clothes on in the morning, my pants are tight, and I say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to get on that diet? Well, believe me, it's not the dryer on too high. You're gaining weight. You know, I went with that for a few years, you know. And personally, at 45, I had a heart attack. Diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea. I was a single dad raising 2 kids, working 72 hours per week. And this is a passion for me. I came kicking and dragging. I didn't come willingly, but I've made this my life for the last 6 years.
But I think you get it, though. When people come to you and they struggle and they say, listen, I don't know if I can make the time, you're showing people how to make that time.
You know what? Do you not, you know, we have time for everything. Everybody has big screen TVs and cell phones and all these things. But you know what? A person who's 30 years old, if they're in the morbid obesity range, they're going to lose 13 years of life, of the remaining life. That's 22% of their life if they don't fix the problem. It's the body fat. Forget about weight. Weight is water, muscle, and fat.
Right.
The first thing we teach you is you want to lose fat.
Okay.
Not weight. Okay? So if you don't know what you're losing, then you're in the wrong program. And we track body composition analysis.
So let's walk through this initial visit, because I know folks at home could be watching and someone saying, okay, well, I'm going to come to you. Tell me what to expect. I walk in the door and what happens? Okay,
the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to do your vital signs, your blood pressure, your pulse. We're going to do your body composition analysis. You're going to get an EKG. You're going to come see me. I'm going to review all of your lab work. Okay, you guys are in our clinic on Saturday, and your viewers are going to meet a couple patients. And unfortunately, this one gentleman, James, we gave him 4 new diagnoses he did not know he had, including sky-high cholesterol, high triglycerides. And the bottom line is obesity is a chronic medical illness caused by abnormal body chemistry. If James's doctor didn't catch that, okay, or if you went to a commercial weight loss program, they don't do labs. You would never know that. We're going to fix his body chemistry, and the symptoms or the weight is going to come off.
Well, I think also, too, what's great about being in a program that's specially, that's special, and actually that's what they do, is that you have somebody there who's telling you how to eat, the best way to eat, how many calories you should be taking in. Because a lot of places you go in, and I know a lot of us do that, where we're saying, okay, well, I'm going to be on a 1,200 calorie diet a day or 1,400 calorie diet a day. If your body's not equipped for that, you could potentially be in trouble, right?
You could die. So it's a very serious program. That's why you want to know if someone specializes, what kind of training do they have. You can have this plaque on your wall, but the other certificate means you've passed some boards, okay,
right.
And you have a specialized knowledge in weight loss. You know how to manage these people, especially on a very low calorie diet, where your sodium or your potassium could drastically change throughout the week or the month. So we check labs every month.
Andy, let's talk about something really exciting. You mentioned earlier that we're going to be following two people, and we're actually going to be able to give our viewers kind of a bird's eye view, or you're going to be able to watch people actually lose the weight. And we're going to follow some folks. You got the two people. Right. You mentioned James earlier. They've been weighed in, and we're going to be able to show the progress of these people. That's exciting.
It's great, because I want the viewers to understand that weight loss is a medical illness. Obesity is a medical illness. It's not something that's, again, a defective character. And you're going to watch their labs as they progress. Now, you're going to see James. You watch his labs drop down to normal values, and you're going to understand why obesity is a chronic medical illness caused by abnormal body chemistry. If you treat the symptoms, but you don't treat the underlying cause, the symptoms will come back.
That's right.
If you have high blood pressure, you take your pills for a couple of weeks and you stop taking them, guess what? Your blood pressure is going to come back. This is a lifetime deal here. I don't write you a prescription when you're done and say, go back to eating pizza, and drinking beer, and you'll never gain your weight back.
It's a lifetime commitment.
It's a lifetime commitment.
I like that.
It's a lifestyle change.
A lifestyle change. There you go. Well, if you want more information on medical weight loss centers, the information, folks, on the screen, or just come to our website and we will get you the link there. Andy, thanks so much for being here. I'm excited. I can't wait to follow our folks.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
All right, everybody. Listen, coming